When people think of water signs in astrology, they usually think of emotional expression, sensitivity, vulnerability, tears, or emotional openness. And that's why Scorpio often confuses people because Scorpio doesn't always look emotional. They can seem controlled, guarded, even detached at times. So the question becomes, if Scorpio doesn't wear their emotions openly, why are they considered a water sign at all? In this video, we're going to break that down in a way that's simple, grounded, and beginner friendly so you can understand what water actually means in astrology and why Scorpio embodies it in a very different way. To understand Scorpio, we first need to clear up a misconception. In astrology, water does not mean emotional expression, it means emotional processing. Water represents emotional intelligence, intuition, memory, bonding, inner emotional experience. Water signs feel first, process internally, and respond based on emotional meaning, even if they never say a word about it. So someone can be deeply emotional and still appear calm, quiet, or unreadable on the surface. And this is where Scorpio lives. There are three water signs, and each handles emotion differently. A Cancer is water that seeks safety and connection. It nurtures, protects, and openly reacts emotionally. Pisces is water that dissolves boundaries. It absorbs, empathizes, and feels everything, sometimes too much. Scorpio is water under pressure. It doesn't spill, it doesn't float, it compresses. This doesn't make Scorpio less emotional, it makes them more concentrated. Scorpio is a fixed sign. Fixed signs hold, sustain, and intensify energy rather than releasing it quickly. So when you combine water, emotion, with fixation, the containment, you get emotional depth that doesn't easily move, fade, or forget. This is why Scorpio emotions build over time, linger long after the moment has passed, feel all or nothing. Scorpio doesn't experience emotion in waves, they experience it in currents. From the outside, Scorpio may appear composed, quiet, or even emotionally neutral, but internally there is usually intensity, awareness, emotional vigilance. Scorpio feels everything, they just don't feel safe expressing it casually. For Scorpio, emotions are private, they are powerful, and they are not something to hand over lightly. This is why Scorpio is often mistaken as unemotional, when in reality they are emotionally selective. Scorpio's ruling theme is transformation. While Cancer soothes emotion and Pisces dissolves emotion, Scorpio transforms through emotion. Pain doesn't just hurt Scorpio, it changes them. Love doesn't just comfort Scorpio, it reshapes them. Loss doesn't just sadden Scorpio, it hardens or deepens them. This is water that goes through pressure, darkness, and rebirth. Scorpio doesn't want to talk through feelings endlessly. They want feelings to mean something. Because Scorpio doesn't express emotion in obvious ways, people often assume they don't care, they're cold, they're emotionally unavailable, but in truth, Scorpio is deeply emotional, just internally governed. They don't open up because emotion is not casual to them. It's intimate, it's binding, and once shared, it changes the relationship forever. When Scorpio bonds, they bond deeply. This is water that merges emotionally even when it doesn't look like it. Scorpio values loyalty, emotional honesty, depth, trust. And betrayal affects Scorpio so strongly because trust, once given, is rarely superficial. Scorpio doesn't forget emotional experiences, they store them. In everyday life, Scorpio expresses water energy through intensity of focus, emotional loyalty, silence instead of reaction, boundaries instead of outbursts. They would rather be alone than emotionally unsafe. And when they do choose connection, it's intentional. When you understand Scorpio as a water sign, things start to click. Scorpio isn't less emotional. They're emotionally concentrated. Their water doesn't splash, it runs deep. And depth requires containment. Once you understand that, Scorpio stops looking cold and starts looking emotionally powerful. If you have Scorpio placements, or you're close to someone who does, notice where emotion is being held, not displayed.